You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty.
Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please
live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
We're mock drafting. We're doing it live. I'm gonna hit the intro. I'm already in a draft. I kind of went around you guys and jumped in one puppy draft just so I could do it without you guys sniping and show you what kind of team I could build. I'm 2 picks away on my third or fourth overall pick. Then we're jumping in a puppy draft together and we're doing mock drafts all right now. Let's go.
It's time to mock draft.
All right, let's go. I'm on the clock right here. I'm 1 pick away, and this is my team so far. Let's see if I can put myself up in the corner here. So I'm 1 pick away. So far, I've got Javonte, Breece Hall, and Jamar Chase. It took Jamar with the first pick, Javonte with the second, and then Breece Hall. So right now, I've got DK on the board. I've got Kittle. I've got Schultz. I got McLaurin. I got Burrow. If I sort it by quarterback only, Burrow's still a ways down there. I have a feeling he'll fall to my next pick because I'm not that far off. I'm gonna go McLaurin here. I don't know. I'm torn. I really love McLaurin. I love McLaurin. He's a 4th drafted player. He's going around 3 in some drafts, so to get him as my 4th drafted player, I'm fine with that. Hopefully this guy doesn't take Burrow, but we'll see. And I dropped the link in the chat, and it looks like we're full. Start the draft right now. We're gonna go with we'll go with the 30-second, and this is we're gonna go. This is not Dynasty. This is PPR regular. Glad I changed that. Redraft mock, and we'll start the mock draft now. And I'm gonna take JT. Then I gotta get back over here. I'm 15 seconds on the clock. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's just go Burrow. Let's just take him. I don't care if it's a little early. My team here: Joe Burrow, Javonte Williams, Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin. I mean, how you gonna get better than that? That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. I like that. Oh, I thought I clicked the button. I'm sorry. I must have queued him. So I took Jonathan Taylor. I'm drafting from the 1 spot. Let's go into Underdog. So everybody that wants to be in on this, you're going to go to this link right here. I'm going to drop the link in the live chat right now. Underdog Fantasy. Go to this link right this very second. Click on it. Use promo code Smitty if for any reason you try and go there without using the link. Pinned it in the live chat. We're jumping into this puppy draft. The first option on your screen, there's a dog wearing a cape. These are called puppy drafts. They're $5. If you click on them, there's 200,000 entries so far, $1 million in prizes. These suckers will close probably by the weekend. Ron, if you're in here, Ron knows this. First place gets $200,000. Second place gets $100,000. Third place gets $60,000. And it goes all the way down. Look at these prizes, man. You get from 31st place to 40th, you're going to get $1,500. Basically, if you finish 50th or better, you're going to get $1,000. Okay, so we're jumping into this puppy right now. And we're waiting on 11 people. So this will fill pretty quickly, believe it or not, with a bunch of random people. But I'd like you guys to get in on it with me. All you got to do is click that link that I pinned in the live chat. So go to the live chat, click on that link that's pinned, and jump in here with me. We'll come back to this. I'm 12 picks away in this draft that I did behind your guys' backs because I wanted to try to see what kind of team I could build without snipage going on. This sleeper draft, we'll do more sleeper drafts, don't worry, is at the end of round 1. It went Jonathan Taylor, it went Najee Harris, Justin Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, Austin Eckler, DeAndre Swift, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook, and the bookend picks with King G Money. Got Javonte and Adams. I love that. God, these fill quick. Waiting on 3 people. 3 people. Jump in. It's going to go quick. It's going to go quick. It's full. And it's full just like that. If you're in this Underdog draft with me, tell me. I'm drafting from the 9 pick. The draft will begin in 56 seconds. I'm 9 picks away in this draft where I've got Burrow, Javonte, Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin. I really like that team. I'm 7 picks away now. This draft starts in 43 seconds. The sleeper draft is almost in the middle of the second round. A lot going on. Get in the Underdog 1 Tanner. Yeah, we're doing Underdog drafts. This draft starts in 23 seconds. I'm in the 9 hole. We're doing best ball drafts on sleeper. Use promo code Smitty. And let me put that on the screen. Promo code Smitty. Where's that at? Underdog. Use code Smitty. Boom. 2 picks away in this draft. Kenny Walker is still there. Where's he ranked on the running back list? Dalton Schultz just went. Mike Thomas. Okay, so I'm on the clock. Kenny Walker's down a ways, though. I have a feeling he'll fall. So do I just take Trey Lance and have this combination of... I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take Trey Lance here. There's a strategy involved in taking these 2 quarterbacks. Like, look at the wide receivers. Lazard, I like Ayuk. He could fall later, and if he doesn't, big deal. The rotational quarterback thing is a very undervalued approach in a best ball draft. because even though it's a 1 QB league, it's optimal scoring. So if you get a Joe Burrow and a Trey Lance and they both ball out and rotate, let's say they each score 300 points on the year, just to use simplistic numbers. If together optimal, you're not in charge of it. The system will start the highest score. You could get 370 points out of it or something, instead of 300. We're going to go Kenneth Walker here, put our money where our mouth is, and now we've got Javonte, Breece Hall, Kenny Walker, Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Trey Lance, and Joe Burrow. Probably one of my favorite teams I've done in a while, to be honest. We've got Andrews here, A.J. Brown, Monty. Let's just go with these two here. I'm 2 picks away in this draft. This is my first pick in this draft that we just kicked off together. If you're in this underdog draft, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Ron's in the 1.1. Nice. We're going to have to look at Ron's team. Ron, have we been in an underdog before? I think we have, right? Naji is available. Wide receiver. No, I'm going Naji. I like Naji. I'm fine with it. I'll go Najee Harris. I'm going to queue up a few of my favorite peeps and make sure I've got them all loaded up. Let me go to wide receiver, A.J. Brown. Let's get the boys all queued up and ready to go. These are my usual suspects, how I attack my drafts and my underdog drafts. I'm 12 picks away in this draft over here that I'm drafting solo without any of you in. I started it before the live stream so that I could make sure. Ron Navy's on the clock in the sleeper draft as well, but that's okay. That's the less important one, Ron. Focus on the big boy draft. I'm 12 picks away in this one. I'm 3 picks away in this one. Swift just went. That would have been a fantastic grab. Let's see. Travis Kelce still there. Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, Dalton Schultz, Kittle. Okay. So Swift, Lamb, best players on the board right now. Kelce. Okay, so I'm 1 pick away from Javonte and Etienne and Breece Hall. I mean, I'm not going to get. Okay, Evans went. I got to go Javonte. So Naji and Javonte. No wide receivers though, but that's okay because those DKs and McLaurins, they fall. Javonte's by far and away the best pick in the draft right here. So I got Naji and Javonte. Really nice. Ron Navy, turn your auto off under Q on the sleeper draft. No problem. Big boy league comes first. Ron, you had to take care of business in the big boy league. No problem at all. 8 picks away in the draft that you guys don't know or didn't know that I was doing, that I started before the live. 6 picks away now. I've nobody in my queue, so I better get busy here. I've got 2 quarterbacks. I don't need to, and it's a 1 quarterback league, but again, very advantageous to do what I did. When there weren't like players on the board that were blowing me away, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't do that if there was a big name guy on the board. Now it's getting thin. Let's check out the tight end position. Dawson Knox is there. That's somebody I'm going to strongly consider. I like Pat Freiermuth down there a ways though, so I may go toward the wide receivers here. I'm 2 picks away. I like Claypool. Tim Patrick's out for the year. Make sure you know that if you're drafting. Lave, God, it got real thin, but you start 3 wide receivers and I only have 2, so I definitely need to consider drafting a wide receiver, but I never shy away from drafting the best player available. You know that by now. Kareem Hunt's pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and roll with, I'm going to go with Claypool. I really like Claypool this year. He's not the most ideal wide receiver 3. He's more of like an ideal wide receiver 3-4. But at the same time, I didn't miss a pick, right? Okay, thank God. 11 picks away in this draft. 2 picks away in this one. Claypool is the guy I just took. The drafter on the board back to back. He's about to time out again. He takes Sky Moore. Ron with the super chat. Ron, appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Ron, I have no CMC, so first chance I took him. Nice. All right. Let's go Dawson Knox. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. So my team so far in this draft, I started before the live stream so that I could do a solo draft and not have snipage going on. I didn't want to snipe City on one of these. Joe Burrow, Trey Lance, rotation in a 1-quarterback league. But it is going to be optimal scoring, obviously, because you don't set a lineup. It sets it for you. This is going to blow up my quarterback scoring. Joe Burrow, Trey Lance, different bye weeks too. Javonte, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, all different bye weeks. Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Claypool, all different bye weeks. And Dawson Knox. And I don't pay too much attention to the bye weeks initially. And it just happened that they all fell pretty nicely. You do want to keep them in mind because in best ball, you can't have your two quarterbacks on the same bye. See, in this scenario, both Naji and Javonte have a bye in week 9. I don't mind so much on week 9. I can take a loss if I can have more. Bye weeks don't matter to a degree. They matter to make sure you have the right rotation. But they don't matter if you have enough backups to go in because you can bleed out 1 week instead of slowly bleeding out multiple weeks. So I'm not concerned about this as long as I protect it later on. Almost up in this draft here. I better queue. Let's queue Cam Akers. Why not? Why not? Eli Mitchell and Mike Williams. I'm still losing my voice. Look, I'm going with Mitchell and Mike Williams. 4 picks away in this draft. A lot of guys left that I really, really want to own. Let's go to this board right here. This view's obviously a lot better. Kyle Pitts, okay. We're on deck. Let me close this out. It's getting serious here. Oh my God. I can't go. I want to go Breece Hall again, but I can't, right? I can. If I want, I can. But I probably should go. You know, I haven't done a running back approach in best ball. And you can start a flex. You know, it's not like I'm not. The thing is, the wide receivers are going to go quick. Oh, what do I do here? I'm going to roll with the best player available. There is no wide receiver. I don't care if I need one. There is no wide receiver that, in my opinion, ranks over Breece Hall. So I'm going to try and roll with the triple running backs. One of them is a flex. And then I'm going to definitely need to hit one of these wide receivers coming up here, which I will definitely get. 7 picks away in this draft. This one's very balanced. This one I did right. The other one I'm not so sure how it's going to turn out. But Joe Burrow, Trey Lance, Javonte, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Claypool, Dawson Knox. Very well-rounded squad. Very pleased with that team. Very pleased. I'm 3 picks away here. I'll get one of Waddle, McLaurin, or DK, obviously. Mahomes. God, I could take Josh Allen, though. What if I went crazy? I can't. There's too many. These quarterbacks fall. I'll get Kyler or Jalen or Burrow or Trey Lance. So I can't. I got to go wide receiver. Let's go DK. So that's pretty good. It's a 3 wide receiver. I'm 1 pick away over here, so I got to get over here. Freiermuth. Oh, it's getting thin here. It's getting really thin over here. Let's see. Damien Pierce. I like Tyler Algier a lot. Boy, it got thin real quick up in this mug. I'm on the clock. Some poor sap's going to take Tim Patrick. I know it. As much as I want to force a wide receiver, I'm not feeling those guys. I'm going to go with the high upside pick here and go Damien Pierce. I don't mind making a big run at running back and even a backup running back in this situation over a backup wide receiver. I've got my lineup full. So 2 picks away here. I may even go Freiermuth here and just kind of, cornerstone the running backs, cornerstone the tight ends. I'm not excited about a lot of these guys here. I like guys like Jordan Palmer later and Jameson Williams later, and quite honestly, like Nico Collins and these guys. I feel like it's either Tyler Algier. Let's go Freiermuth and really get that tight end production going. Different bye weeks. They rotate, optimal scoring. Dawson Knox, Pat Freiermuth, Jamar Chase, McLaurin, Claypool, Kenneth Walker, Damien Pierce. I have no bye weeks in any position that are shared. That's unbelievable. Ron, have you ever done that? I'm not even trying. I have not a single player in a category with the same bye week as another player in that category. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ron is from the one spot. Ron, let's take a look at your team. I was going to slap you if you didn't take Hall. That's why I took ETN. Okay. Thank you, Ron. 7 picks away. I'll review these teams in a second. 7 picks away in this draft. A little imbalance going on here, but you know what? You got to try different things out in best ball. You can't, I'm even going to probably go quarterback. I'm going to go Burrow or Herbert with my next pick versus, just force a wide receiver. But let's see what Ron's got. Ron is this team right here in the one spot. This is Ron. Ron's got McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Travis Etienne, Terry McLaurin, Brandon Cooks. It's pretty good, bro. It's pretty good. Look at Juju going around 5. We were making fun of Juju earlier today. Around 5, really? Cam, are you in here, Cam? I'm sorry if I made fun of your pick. Who else do we recognize up in this mock here? I'm 13 picks away in the other draft. I'm keeping a close eye on it. But this is the draft so far. Team number 4 is Justin Jefferson, Debo, Michael Pittman, Cam Akers, Darren Waller. I don't think that's competing, but it's decent. Cooper Kupp, Leonard Fournette. That's a horrible second-round pick. A.J. Brown, Deontay Lamar. It's an okay team. Slot number 2, Jonathan Taylor, T. Higgins. T. Higgins in the second round. Look, he could earn that in a best-case scenario, but it's too early. It's just too early. Jonathan Taylor, T. Higgins, Alvin Kamara is good value potentially after, coming off today's show, and we talked about how there's a real good chance that, according to, Tony the attorney, that there may not be a suspension this year, which we've heard, but he confirming it from an attorney was nice to hear, and we talked about it. So watch that show. I'm gonna go Joey B here. I have no problem going Joey B there. Let's take a look at the wide receivers. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. We'll queue him up. I'm 8 picks away in this draft. 5 picks away in this draft. I'll review those teams in a minute. I'm sorry, guys. Look at this team. Pretty good. A little bit weak at wide receiver, but what do you expect? Like, someone says, Smitty, I like your team, but your wide receivers are weaker. Like, of course they are. Of course they're weaker, Bob. Why on earth would they not be weaker when I took a crazy approach? And I may even make them weaker by going after Dalton Schultz here, if he's there, if he remains. I kind of liked Kittle. Kittle win already. Cooper, I'm going to take Dalton if he falls. I mean, I don't want to force wide receiver. Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas is interesting here, but I'm not going to do it. It's too early for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be round 6. I'd take a maybe in 7 in a bind. Okay, Dalton's there. I'm going best player available. I'm not straying from my approach. It creates holes, guys. Best player available can create a hole, but Dalton Schultz is by far the best pick here. 1 pick away in this draft. I mean, that's the whole point of best player available. You realize you're you're focusing and funneling your problem into one place potentially. Okay, I'm on the clock here. I really do need to go wide receiver if all things are equal. I do like Michael Carter. I've got Breece Hall. And I should have some back-to-backs here, right? So I'm going to go Jameson Williams, though. Really like this kid, and later on I'm going to be able to use him. I won't even need him right away. He's a good wide receiver to have. I figure he comes off this bye week. And all, if you notice, these wide receivers, Claypool bye week 9. My earliest bye week is 9. So Jameson Williams should be plenty in rhythm by then. So that's beautiful planning. It kind of fell into my lap. But Jameson Williams, bye week 6, I imagine coming off that bye week is when he's going to really be balling out. And I'm on the clock again. Michael Carter. Osborne. I'll leave Osborne for you. Ron, I'll leave Osborne for you. I guess I'll go Carter. All right, sleeper, JT, AJ Brown, Andrews, Mitchell, Mike Williams. I like that team. That's top 5. Without even looking. Harris, Evans, Breece Hall, Schultz, Murray. Very well-rounded. Very well-rounded. Excellent work. Top 5 or 6. Hefe, Jefferson, Josh Allen, Barkley. I like Barkley's value better there than doing the second-round thing, so I'm okay with this. Deontay, DJ Moore. Good team. McCaffrey, Kamara, A-Rob. McCaffrey, Kamara, Keenan Allen, Hurts, and Hollywood. Pretty good. I mean, you live and die by Kamara, but things are looking better by the day. And go rewatch the show today where we had Tony, the attorney, come on and talk about it. Kupp, Chubb, Elliott, Waller, Wilson. Not a fan of Elliott there. You may have timed out there. Chase, Kelsey, ETN, Burrow, Akers. I like everything but Akers, but I don't hate Akers. I don't hate that pick there. 5th round, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Avi's got Eckler, Aaron Jones, T. Higgins, Metcalf. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, those are good wide receivers for waiting, bro. And those are great running backs. So that's a sneaky good team, Avi. Top 5 or 6 for sure. Swift, Hill, Herbert, Monty, Gibby. I like that team. And Gibby's good value at 5.8. I'm off Gibby in fourth round territory, especially early to middle 4th round. But like top of 5, end of 5. I'm back in on Gibby there. I'm back in. As weird as it can be that quickly that you jump back in, that line in the sand goes from bad to great. Mixon, Lamb, Pitts, Waddle, Dillon. Okay. That's a good team. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe top 6 for sure. Maybe top 6 for sure. The wording I'm using. Maybe top 6 positively. Probably positively, sure. Cook, Diggs, Mahomes, Connor, St. Brown, very good. Could be sick, top 6. Adams, Javonte, McLaurin, Kittle, Jacobs. I love everybody but Jacobs, but that's not bad value for Jacobs. So nice work all around. Great job, guys. New mock draft link coming in. Jump in. Grab some, get some. Let's mock. Smitty's going from the 12. 5 picks away over here. I better start queuing up the people and getting my queue on. I mean, there's a lot of good receivers left. I'm actually shocked. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Go to the running backs. We got Gibby. He's what round are we in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is round 7. I feel like Gibby shouldn't be there here. Wow. Is anybody shocked that Gibby's there in round 7? Pollard. If Gibby goes right here, I'm going to be pretty mad because I'm all about Gibby here. I need a wide receiver. Oh, man. I've got to take Gibby here, though. This is round 7. I need Ayuk, but I'm taking Gibby. I'm out on Gibby, and I love this value. I'm taking him. That rotation of running backs is going to be out of this world. Using 3 of them, I'll be fine. I'll get Ayuk down here a little bit, or Sky Moore or whatever. I mean, Ayuk and Claypool. Oh, Ayuk just went to Bronson. Thank you, Bronson. Appreciate you, Bronson, sniping me. Ayuka's like the 7th ring. This is why I hate drafting with you guys in some ways. Like, literally, he's like the 8th wide receiver down. I'm on the clock. Oh, God. Alec Pierce, please. Oh, that was a mess up there. I had him queued for a reason. I like Alec Pierce, so. Yeah, Alec Pierce is the best pick. Okay, my queue is good. My queue is up to date. I don't think that was a problem. We're gonna go ahead and. God, I'm on the clock here, and I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm gonna time out, but I got. Oh, we got Taysom Hill. It's the only guy in my queue. I timed out on Taysom Hill, and what? Way to go! Way to represent the show. What do we? I guess I'm round 15. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm on the clock over here though. I have no wide receivers. That wasn't too early for Taysom. Let's go Claypool again. I'm so thin at wide receiver over here, but I don't care. Look at this team. This team is very, very good. Joe Burrow, Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, Breece Hall, Antonio Gibson, DK Metcalf, Chase Claypool. I'm really hurting at wide receiver, but that's all right. All right, let's start this draft. Mondo. PPR, okay, so making sure. All right, let's take a look at this team. It's almost at the end, right? I've got 3 picks left. My squad: Jamar Chase, Javonte Williams, Breece Hall, Terry McLaurin, Joe Burrow, Trey Lance, Kenneth Walker, Claypool, Dawson Knox, Damian Pierce, Pat Freiermuth, Jameson Williams, Michael Carter, Alec Pierce. That wasn't that bad of a reach on Taysom. He's the only guy I had in my queue and I timed out. But I don't mind that. It's a secret weapon, and I don't mind going 3 tight ends and three quarterbacks. And then so 3 picks left. That's a really good team. I really like that. Now, this is the draft I did on my own without, I hit go before I went live so that I could not get sniped and kind of show you, a best approach that I would take to a team. And this team is very, very fire. Joe Burrow, Trey Lance in a 1 QB, but optimal scoring rotation. Javonte went, Swift went. Those are the guys I usually look at to see if they're there. So let's go with Diggs and Lamb, and go wide receiver. But back to this team. I love this team. This team's phenomenal. Jamar Chase, McLaurin, Claypool, Jameson Williams, Alec Pierce. I love this team. Bye weeks, no problem, anywhere across the board. I'm going to be up in a second, so I do have to queue some people, but Davis Mills, I'll queue. I like that. What's his bye week? Davis Mills' bye week is 6. That doesn't conflict. I can take him. So I'm going to take him a little bit. I don't know if I'll take him right now, but at least I got him queued. Now we're back to this draft right here. Obviously, Kenneth Walker is going to go because we're in this drafting with a bunch of us here, right? And I think that TD Strikes is my boy Ron Navy sniping some Kenneth Walker action up there, but I don't think he would have lasted anyway, so I'd rather Ron have him than anybody else. Plus, I need a wide receiver, so Ron, in a way, did me a favor because I would have probably punted wide receiver yet again because I would have saw Kenneth Walker there, and I would have put myself in a bind. So, Ron, I kind of owe you a debt of gratitude, potentially. Wide receivers are thinning out very, very quickly. Lockett ain't bad, though. I mean, Lockett's not bad. I like Garrett Wilson a lot, too. Lockett or Garrett Wilson? Hurry up. We got 21 seconds. Lockett or Garrett Wilson? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm going to let you guys decide this one. There's like a 5 to 7 second delay probably in the YouTube live right now. I'm going to have to go. I'm going Garrett. I'm going Lockett. I want to go Garrett. Kind of want to go Garrett Wilson. Yeah, you guys are saying Garrett Wilson now. Boyd's too early, bro. Let's see here. Matt Ryan's not bad. Davis Mills is kind of my favorite. Running back wise, it's getting very, very thinned out. I like Zamir White. I'm not necessarily taking him. I'm just queuing up some people that I have options when I'm on the clock and I have no time. That's the way you do it. You want to make sure you're queuing up guys and you're putting yourself in a position not to time out. On the clock. Already got 3 tight ends. You know what? I'm going to reach here. I don't really care at this point. I'm not loving a lot of the options. I'm just going to take my guy. I'll take Davis Mills. It's a little early, but I like Davis Mills. I love the combination of running quarterbacks I have. Week 10, Week 9, and Week 6 buys, so I'm good. That's going to score. That's going to score everybody in this league at quarterback. I think my running back arsenal will outscore. I'm on the clock in this draft. Okay, Garrett Wilson's still there. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson again. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson. So he fell. That's good. So my wide receivers didn't end up too bad in this draft. Let's pull it up like this. I'm almost up in this draft. So Ron Navy's got Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Travis Etienne, McLaurin, Brandon Cooks, Adam Thielen, Tom Brady, Ramondre Stevenson, Kenneth Walker. Those are good running backs late. You got a good running back crew. And your Tyreek Hill, McLaurin, Cooks, and Thielen's pretty good too. Tom Brady, very well-rounded, Ron. I like that team a lot. What's Bronson have? He's got Adams, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Elliott, Kittle, Josh Jacobs, Brandon Ayuk. Okay. 20 picks away. All right, I'm up over here. I've got no RBs yet. Monty. Tight ends, we got Kittle. Quarterbacks. I mean, what if I go... I don't hate Connor. I just don't love him. I don't know. Let's go Monty and Connor and just see if... I don't know if I like that team. It's hard with you guys, you snipers, man. You guys snipe like crazy. It's Snipe City up in this mug. But I like your team, Ron. Really, really good. Bronco... Cook, Mixon, Keenan Allen, Josh Allen, Mooney, Hurts, Christian Kirk. Who else is in this draft? Speak up. Your boy Smitty, right here. This is my team. I've got Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, Breece Hall, DK Metcalf, Joe Burrow, Dalton Schultz, Antonio Gibson, Chase Claypool, Lockett, Garrett Wilson. I'm feeling pretty good about that team. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a good 8 picks away from being on the clock again, but your boy Smitty's feeling pretty good about this squad here. Little thin at wide receiver, but rightly so. This team's just better. This team's better. Look at those. Look at the projected points, 2609 compared to. Well, I'm still drafting, but that team's looking good. How far away am I on this draft? 12 picks away. What do we got here so far? We got Taylor, Andrews, Josh Allen. Good. Mondo's got Henry, Kamara, Evans. Okay. Harris, Kelsey, Keenan Allen. Very balanced. Very good. Jefferson, Aaron Jones, Barkley. Nice. McCaffrey, AJ Brown, ETN, Mike Williams. Very, very solid. You added Deontay. Nice work. Cup, Chubb, Herbert, Mitchell, Chase, Hill, Fournette, Mahomes. Okay. Eckler, Debo, McLaurin, Metcalf. Very, very strong. Swift, Mixon, Pitts, Waddle. I like it. Adams, Cook, Higgins, Kittle. Okay. Sutton in the thirds is too high. Javonte, Breece Hall, Sutton, Pittman, Diggs. Lamb, Monty. I'm not liking my team. Not liking it. Brett. 3 picks away. 3 picks away. Mattison. Cook's already hurt. Cook's already hurt. Do I take Mattison? Quarterback. I do like a little Trevor Lawrence, but we don't need to go quarterback in this one. I like Algier a lot. Dalton Schultz. Let's go Damien again. Yeah, let's go Damien again. On the clock over here. Boastert. God, it's so thinned out. I like Batty. Batty the Batty. Why not? Why not? Is that the last pick? Yeah. Puppy 2. So this team's pretty fire. I'm going to take screenshots and put it on the screen here. Pretty fire team. Pretty fire team. Dang, that's good. On the clock here. Let's go Mattison. Big upside. On the clock in the sleeper draft. Let's draft JK and trade him. Let's go Aaron. Oh, Schultz. We'll go Schultz. I don't love my team. I don't love it. I already reviewed the teams for the most part. Just because it's easier for me to be at the corners when I'm doing these best balls. I'm going to take that pick. I'll rotate though. Here's the. Let me drop it in the. Here you go, peoples. Jump in. There's the link. Graveyard. My mockers. My mock drafters. Jump in. The benefits of... Man. Ron's on. Back to back right here. Robbie Anderson. Nah. There's nothing left, though. Everett's interesting. I do like Everett. Your boy Smitty's tired. This is my third live stream today on YouTube alone. Not to mention IG and all that. On YouTube alone, this is my third live stream. I'm averaging at least 2 a day right now, minimum. And I still have that round 2, best picks in round 2 video. I'm editing. When I'm live constantly, it's hard to do that. Okay, here's the link. Jump in. Let's go. Five picks away. JT. 5 picks away. I need a quarterback. I don't necessarily need it now, but I might go ahead and take a stab at it. I'm not sure. Wide receiver, I'm deep, but I have 2 bye week 11s. and they're not like the best wide receiver crew. You know, I'm stacked at other positions, and so I need to grab some wide receivers if possible. Let's go with Jameson for now. How many rounds do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more picks. Okay. G Money taking Swifty. Terry Roberts at the turn picks. Let's go. Open 24. Hey, I got my YouTube exclusive members in here. If you guys want to be a part of that, this is the link right here to become a YouTube exclusive member. I want to pin it. Go get some. We got Meet the Woo, Ron Navy, Rock Out. G Money says, how do I feel about, let me read this from G Money. I see you, G Money. I see your super chat. I'm sorry, pal. How do you feel about Cook cuff to Mattison again this year? It's a must. I mean, how do I feel about it? I don't even understand the question because it is one. They're one player. I'm sorry I'm in the way on that mock draft. It's my fault. On the clock over here. Let's go KJ Hamler. We just need more wide receivers. Hit that thumb up on your way in the building, please. Smitty, it's officially fantasy season. Couldn't be more pumped. People are going to be getting a lamb left and right. That's right, Mike. That's right. It's absolutely 100% correct. Facts are being spoken and spitting out your mouth at a rapid pace as you say things that make a lot of sense to me. Like Burrow dropping loads in outer space makes sense to me. Getting burrowed or Herberted or Javonte or Jamard. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. You know, let's try the Kamara thing. Let's try it. Let's go Josh Allen and a little Alvin Kamara. Feels pretty good. Why not? Striker is on the board. Striker strikes again with Daniel Jones and Wan'Dale Robinson. Let's look at Ron's team. Brady, Daniel Jones, McCaffrey, Etienne, Ramondre, Kenneth Walker, Rashad White, Tyreek Hill, McLaurin, Cooks, Adams, Robbie. It's a good team, bro. Good tight ends in Freiermuth and Everett. I like it. I like it. I like it, Ronnie. Ron the Don. That'd be awesome if we both are the two that make it out into the bigger pool. Because basically in these underdogs, promo code Smitty. Promo code Smitty. And Underdog will match up to $100 of your deposit, of your first time deposit if you're new. So if you go in and drop 100 buckaroos, they will give you 100 more. If you drop 50, they will give you 50. You drop 20, they'll give you 20. If you drop 10, they'll give you 10. But go to the link that is down in the description of the video, or go to thefantasyfootballshow.com and click on the Underdog link. Use promo code Smitty. Must use promo code Smitty to get that bonus match. Don't go do it and not use the promo code. How are you going to get the bonus match? But Ron, so the way this works in this best ball promo code Smitty is you go through weeks 1 through 14 in your league that you're drafting in. So I'm on the clock in this draft. I'm going to go ahead and take Davis Mills because I want him on my team. So if this team and Ron's team, if we're the top two, we make it out of week 14. We go into a week 15 bucket with a new group of 10 other players. Or I'll go into a group of 11. He'll go into a group of 11. We probably wouldn't go in the same group. And you battle it out one more week. Top two teams go to the next week. And so on until you get to week 17. Week 17, everybody's in the same bucket. I believe this is how it works, yeah. And the top scoring team gets that what was it? Was it 200K? Know what I'm saying? But back to this question. Let's see. Fantasy Ward says, I was just in a draft with you. Attaboy, Fantasy Ward. Hey, Fantasy Ward, is this the first time you've found my show? First of all, welcome home. We mock draft more than anybody. We're in here causing chaos in the draft, and this is what I love. Going in with the handle, the Fantasy Football Show, luring people into the show like Fantasy Ward. Where were you, Fantasy Ward? In this, I presume you were in this draft right here. View full draft. Where is a guy named Fantasy Ward? Where is a guy named Fantasy Ward? I don't see you, Fantasy Ward. What was your name in here? I guess should I go another quarterback? What am I going to do here? I got Fantasy Ward's distracting me. And I need to figure out who I'm going to take. I'm going to run out of time here. Let's go. I'm going to time out on Kendrick Bourne, aren't I? Okay, well, whatever. How many rounds are left? 2 picks left. All right, coming back to my pick here. These are $5 puppies, by the way. I don't know who. This is the draft that guy said he was in, and I don't see his handle. So I'm trying to figure out who it might have been. I have no idea. Speak up, Ward. Speak up, Ward. Any more sleeper mocks? What do I look like? Meet the Woo. What do I look like? Of course we're doing another. DM me and I'll send you the link. Are you in one of the Meet the Woo? Are you in the graveyard chat or the mock chat or whatever, or any chat on Instagram? Where's this Ward character? There's a lot of wide receivers left. I'm feeling pretty confident about this draft right here. I'm feeling pretty good. DM me, Meet the Woo. I'll throw you in the graveyard chat so you can get the links moving forward, and you'll get the next link, and you'll be able to click it, and you'll be in like Flynn. Sutton. Burrow. Gone. Okay, so, I mean, I don't have to go wide receiver. I could go, but it's the best option. These are the best players on the board. I mean, Waller's there. I can queue Waller. I'll look at that. We'll go Mike. We'll go Mikey Mike and Hollywood Brown. Weakish to decent wide receivers considering. I mean, those are ballers right there. I like St. Brown a lot. I probably would have went St. Brown, but I don't want to ruin his ADP. All right, let's see. Meet the woo. All right, let me add Jimmy the Woo. Hold on. What is your username, Meet the Woo? I can't even remember it to like add it. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, Meet the Woo. I'm trying to type in your name and it's like, it's a hard one to remember. All right, you're in, bro. You're in. Avatar in the building. Avatar in the building. Oh, we got to put avatars. I forgot to put that back up. Hold on. Highest super chatter of the year. Avatar. Look at that. Look at Avatar. Let me show you something. Yeah. Look at that. Avatar. Everybody drop an avatar, please. Avatar emojis. Loading. Oh, did I time out? I timed out on Hooper. Oh, God. I got Austin Hooper. I screwed up. I was playing around. Meet the Woo distracted me. In a money league. Meet the Woo. Nobody left. I think I'm done with wide receiver. I'll go with Beatty. Beatty the Batty. Can't believe I got freaking Austin Hooper. He's alright though, actually. And did I need a tight end? I did. That'll work. Let's go over to Ron Navy's team again and see what TD Strikers is looking like. TD Strikers is looking pretty good. Brady, Daniel Jones, Carson Wentz, McCaffrey, Etienne, Ramondre Stevenson, Kenny Walker, Rashad White, Tyreek Hill, McLaurin Cooks, Thielen, Robbie, Wandale, Freiermuth. I like it, bro. You did good. Nice job, broski. Your boy Smitty did okay. I've had better. Burrow, Mills. I usually have 3 quarterbacks. I didn't pay much attention to this one. I'm here in the chat screwing around. Thank you, Avatar. Appreciate you. But Naji, Javonte, Breece Hall, Gibby. I mean, I got some running backs for days. Metcalf, Chase Claypool, Lockett, Garrett Wilson. Not a great wide receiver crew, but look at the tight ends there with Dalton Schultz. Look at the quarterback with Burrow. I'm liking it. It's not as good as this team. This team I just rocked out because I didn't have all you sniping me. Joe Burrow, Lance, Mills, Javonte, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Damian Pierce, Michael Carter, Zamir White, Tyler Beatty, Jamar Chase, McLaurin, Claypool, Jameson. That's one of my better teams I've drafted in best ball. I absolutely love that team. All right, let's go. Let's go another, at least one more, but we might do one more and then a 10-seconder at least. So I'm going to drop this into the Graveyard Crew. Graveyard Crew, here it comes, the link. Boomage. Boom, boom. Lurd, here you go. Lurd, I'll add you to Graveyard. Hold on. We might be running out of Graveyard spots. I don't know if we're going to make it in. Let's see. Although we might have to kick out people that aren't doing much. Where's Lurd? Oh, I didn't grab a spot yet. Almost missed it. Lurd. Lurd, you're in the Graveyard. The link is in the Graveyard. You better grab it. Avatar made it into the 2 spot. Jacobs in the 1. Skeleton Crew in the 3. MVP in the 4. Terry Roberts, Kayla, 7 and 8 are open. Frake, myself, Rockout, and Jimmy. 2 more spots left. You better grab one, Lurd. You better grab one, Lurd. They're going quick. Let me drop it into the mock draft crew. Let's go. Meet the Woo is MVP. Nice. I was wondering which one you were. MVP. DM me on Instagram, Tatty. Let me know it's you. One more spot. Oh, Frake just became a member. So did Steven. Steven became a member. Frake became a member of the YouTube exclusive group. Let's give both these gentlemen.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
To the moon.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Thank you, boys. Buddy. Appreciate you. All right, who's grabbing this last spot here? How about somebody from the YouTube community there? Oh, I sent you a link, East Coast Taddy, but it's already full. But I will add you to the group. Let's start the mock. You'll get in there next time, though. I'm going to add you to another group, too. East Coast Taddy. You're the man. Let's see here. Okay, you're in one group already, and I'm going to add you to the Graveyard right now, Todd. All right, Todd, you're in both. Congratulations. Select group of people. Select group of people. You got to earn your spot. Frake. Let's go with God. Swift's going so high. And like, what do I even do here? I don't want to draft Cook. I don't want to draft snipers. Let's go. Let's go, Cook. He injured his hand today. Let me help out the ADP. Let's give it a little push. Rockout wants to hit the phone line? Sure. Let's open up the phone line. Dial into the show, Rockout. I took Cook just to help his ADP. We knew. I don't ever draft Cook. I don't want to look. Here's the real reason. I don't want to force. Go ahead, Rockout, call in. I don't want to force like anybody like Lamb or Debo or Javonte or whatever into the 10 spot. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Rockout, you're on the clock, and then the phone lines are open for you. And I appreciate your super chat, by the way, Rockout. You're the man. Javonte went. CD Lamb is there. Debo's there. Let's go Lamb Chops. You're the man, East Coast Daddy. You're the man, broski. Steven says, appreciate you, Smitty. Can we get a second link going? Got Rona. Really want to get in to a draft. Steve, did I just add you to the graveyard group? All right, here's another link. Are you in what group did I put you in? There's another link, guys. We'll start filling this one up. I'm going to go with the 2 spot. Who got a wow? Was it Josh Allen? Hey, I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't acknowledge you have Rona. I just realized that. I'm like, what a nice man I am. I'm like, I got Rona. I'm like, what group are you in? Call in after this. All right, rock out. Try again. Try again, rock out. I missed it. Steve, you want to call in? We'll help bring up your spirits, bro. I'm sure you'll be fine. But I'm sorry you got the 19. Cannon, appreciate you. Thoughts on Amari? Not like. I mean, he's okay. Ernest will probably do one more after this, maybe. But we have this draft right here. I'm gonna drop the link. Yeah, this might be the last one right here. Link is dropped. Grab a spot, quick. Go quick. Go quick. Spots are going fast. Rock out. Call again. I messed up. Steve, DM me on Instagram. I missed it again, rock out. I'm clicking on different things and I can't get back to it. Try one more time. I got it open. I'm ready to go. If you call, I'll see it. Steve, DM me on IG. Okay, I gotta hit this button quick. Rock out, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. I apologize, it was so hard to get in.
It's all good. I got a need some commissioner advice.
Okay.
Basically, like 3 people are trying to trying to go to 14, but I don't think that's I think 12 is like the best. League size, and there's like another 4 people trying to up the price, but I'm not trying to outprice everyone else at the same time. So what do you think about all that?
So outprice on a trade?
No, outprice the buy-in.
I'm not quite following.
Okay, there's a few people that wanted to go to 14-man league. It's a 12 right now,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to keep it at like 12, and then the same people are trying to up the price on it, but at the same time, I don't want to outprice other people that's in the league because everybody has their own situations.
So what's the question really, though, I'm trying to gather is like, how do you get people to not up the price, or like, should you up the price? Is that what you're asking?
I mean, should I up the price and...
I mean, you got to do a vote. Just do a vote. Make it like a really high number of yeses. Make it be like almost unanimous. Because I mean, if you like think about it, if you go against what people are saying, then you're gonna end up having people leave the league. So like, what good is it to say we're upping the price when 4 people are unhappy and then they quit the league? So like, if it doesn't get a unanimous yes, then it's not worth it,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, if 4 or 5 people say I don't really want to do it, then it's gonna be a disaster for the league. I wouldn't force it. I would not force it.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to keep it in the middle and basically have a decent price on it. So they basically,
yeah. I mean, it's not much to say other than, I mean, just do a vote. If 10 people say yes out of the 12, then the people coming in don't get a say. You just up it and don't tell them or whatever. Or if they already kind of know, you just say, hey, for the new league, it's this price. But like, if you don't get 10 yeses out of the 12 people, then you're doing something the majority of the league doesn't want to do. So it's going to end disastrously. You always got to be a commish of the people. Like when I'm a commish, I don't even let myself vote on things. I just say, what do you guys want to do? And if the majority of people want to do it, then that's the right move. If you're doing it for yourself, that's a bad I'm not saying you're doing this. I'm just saying if somebody were to do something for themselves, I'm going to create add 6-point TDs instead of 4 because I do better with that, and I'm going to act like it's for everybody. That's bad commissioning. Like if somebody's like, what do you want to do? I won't even vote. And they're like, we want to do this. Okay, we'll do this. It's pretty simple. I don't think there's a problem. You just got to vote. You don't want to force something that the majority doesn't want to do. It won't work.
Yeah, I'm not trying to force anything, but like, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Couple people are trying to force it to 14, but at the same time, say people would try to leave if they voted on that.
Yeah, just put it to a vote, man. Let the vote decide.
All right.
It's that simple because otherwise you're gonna get people upset. Like you got to do what the majority wants. Otherwise, it's not good. If it's split, then you have a problem. But I don't think anybody's gonna leave if you don't up the price. Whereas if you up the price and a majority doesn't want it, or half the people don't want it, they're gonna leave. So in a case of a change, you want to make sure you only change in the direction of not having people just leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. Like the thing.
Yeah. What else you got? Rock out. What else you got?
Oh, what's your feeling on Javonte Smith with AJ there?
I mean, I like it. It certainly makes you kind of worry about. Yeah, call in, Ernesto, when we're done here. It certainly makes you. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Rock out. What was the question?
Oh, about Javonte Smith.
Oh yeah,
with AJ there.
Yeah, it certainly caps his upside. Sorry, I'm so distracted with all this stuff going on. Typically, I don't do call-ins, but I don't mind. It's not a big deal. I timed out on Barkley. I always time out on Barkley. I think it makes it to where it's hard to imagine Javonte Smith being the number one. But it doesn't mean he can't. Doesn't mean he can't. AJ Brown with knee issues, and I mean, it most certainly could end up being one of those situations where Why is Gibby getting a wow? Why is Gibby getting a wow? Coming from a person that just did a video saying we need to bump Gibby down. We need to let Gibby go is basically what my video was out. And he's falling to 5.10. He's crossing the line in the sand. Wouldn't you agree, Rockout, that at 5.10 Gibby's kind of back in? You're back in on Gibby?
Yeah.
And I'm getting a wow from Sleeper. Like, way too early pick. How is Gibby at 5.10 worth a wow?
It was 4 for last week.
It's weird, bro. What are they saying? He's a 6th rounder? I don't know, man. It's weird.
I'm guessing.
But to answer your question, I like Devontae Smith a lot. I think people that are writing him off as being like a top 12 wide receiver of the future, it's a little early to say he can't do it, but it's also, I wouldn't expect it. You know, like A.J. Brown is there. A.J. Brown's the guy. But what if A.J. Brown suffers all kinds of knee issues? Like Devontae could really step up and become that guy. He really could.
Right.
We're going to do one more mock. I would review these teams, but I got Cook, Lamb, Pitts, Metcalf, Gibby. I really like that team. That's not bad. I'd cuff Cook to Mattison. Cook did injure his hand, but he's probably going to be okay from what I hear. Rock out, you were on the phone with me. You timed out, but that's all right. Diggs, Javonte, McLaurin, Burrow, Dobbins. Pretty interesting for Akers, Swift, Debo, Jackson. Jackson's too early in the 3rd round, bro. Henry, Aaron Jones, Barkley, Pittman, Godwin. Carrick's got Jefferson, Kelsey, Higgins, Connor, Elliott, Chase, Chubb, Mahomes, Waller, Akers. Solid. Kupp, Allen, Kamara, Waddle, Knox. That's the best team so far. Terry, attaboy. Terry, take a victory lap.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Harris,
take a lap.
Hill,
Take a lap.
ETN, Moore, Mitchell. I like that team a lot. That's top 6. Eckler, Evans, Allen, Hurts, Schultz. Interesting and pretty sneaky. Avatar's got McCaffrey, A.J. Brown, Hall, Sutton, Murray. I like that one. And I think you get a better wide receiver. You get someone like Waddle or DK that would fall to you. So this would be a fire approach. And the last spot, Mamba's got. Yeah, that's a good squad. Good teams, guys. All right, one more mock draft. Link is dropping live in the chat. I'm gonna take the 4 spot. Link is coming in hot. Boom, grab it. All right, rock out. What else do you got?
You think it's like, what do you think? Whatchamacallit, Lockett's going to do in the Seahawks?
I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I wish I had an answer for you. Lockett, I mean, how can he do without Russell Wilson? How can he do good? I mean, he'd probably do good like at times. Steven, did you message me yet? DMing you on Instagram. Okay, Steven. I'm adding you to the graveyard crew, Steven. Hold on. I hope you got in there. This is the last mock draft, but you'll be in for the next time. But I've been dropping it in the chat too, Steven, so you should have been able to get in. Steven, but you are in the mock draft group moving forward, Steven. Or the
who's your favorite tight end at like that number at the 10th or lower?
What's the what?
Who's your favorite tight end in the late round?
I auto. I'm gonna let my team auto because it autoed a double tight end. What position?
Tight end.
Tight end. Late round tight end. Freiermuth is about the latest I go. I'm definitely not an early tight end drafter, but I'm definitely not a super late tight end drafter. Like all these Irv Smiths and you got to get, like even Albert O, we liked him a little bit for a while, but it's like, I don't know how you can miss on Schultz, who's going early, so that makes sense. But how you miss on Schultz, Freiermuth, Knox, Goddard? Like you have so many opportunities to grab.
Yeah, I always try to get Schultz like in the like the 6th round.
I'm timing out like crazy. I clearly can't do phones and draft. It's okay. I'm not. telling you to get off. I'm just.
But
I timed out on
but I
Eckler.
think that's it.
All right, rock out. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Later. Phone calls while doing multiple mock drafts is not the best idea for not timing out. Someone else wanted to call in real quick. Blackbeard. Mixon. I'm not going to review this one. I apologize. Good squads, though. You're a lot. Oh. Try again. Try again. It hung up. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, what's up, Smitty? This is Ernesto.
Ernesto. You're in Arizona, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Hey, what's up, man? I just wanted to say I enjoyed your content, man. You're killing it in the fantasy football game, bro.
Thank you, pal.
We seem to see a lot like eye to eye on a lot of players. So I want to ask you really quick about Joe Burrow. How early would you take him in a super flex? Like, what's the earliest you would feel comfortable taking Burrow in a super flex league?
3?
3?
Yeah, I mean, he's in the 4. He's locked into the top 4. Absolutely locked in. Like, I would never let him fall past 4.
Okay. I was thinking top 5. I thought I was maybe a little crazy for taking Burrow that early.
No, I mean, there's a follower, Mr. B. I don't know if you know Mr. B. He like lost his he like practically dropped a deuce live on the show, bro. He was flipping out, saying, "How in the heck could you reach for Burrow that high at number 7?" I took him at 7. I took him at 7 in a super flex draft, man. I was like, I stood up in my chair, I think, if I remember correctly, and I was so like, there's no way Burrow is falling to me. I was in an expert draft, and I got him at 7, and I was just like hopping around, and he's like, total reach. And I was like, reach?
No way, dude.
I was like, what are you talking about? So the whole chat was blasting him. I'm going to go, this is too early for Evans.
I have a top 5 pick, man, so I figured top 5 would be perfect for Burrow.
Yeah, look, Josh Allen, Herbert, and Burrow, you could make a case for all 3 of them. I think you have to draft Josh Allen and Herbert above Burrow. You have to. I mean, it's just kind of like, you're going to have enough opportunities in all of your drafts to take advantage of Burrow. Why would you not take a Josh Allen or Herbert when you're at least given that opportunity? You know what I mean? Like, grab a hold of the opportunities that are in front of you that make sense ADP-wise without extreme reaches, you know? So if you do enough staying in your lane, right? Josh Allen, I love Burrow as much as Josh Allen kind of, but you stay in your lane when you're drafting Josh Allen. You stay in your lane when you're drafting Herbert. And you clean up taking Joe Burrow in 1 QB leagues in round 6 over and over and over. Boom, boom, boom. Just take him as many times as you want. But in this position, if like Herbert or Josh Allen were there, you would need to take Herbert or Josh Allen.
Okay.
But I love him.
Yeah, I love him too, man. I think he's going to win MVP this year, to be honest.
I mean, he certainly could. I think one of Herbert, Josh Allen, or Burrow is winning MVP. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, man.
Now, in redraft...
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem. In redraft, bro...
I know you got 2 drafts going on right now, so I don't want to take up too much of
No, it's right. In redraft, I think we only got 1 now. In redraft, I would say, like, the earliest I'd take him is mid-5. Not because I don't think... I mean, I'd take him and don't tell anybody, Ernesto, but I'd take him in the 4th. But I don't have to, so I won't. So mid-5 is about where I'd push the ADP. But other than that, you're taking him in mid-5 to round 6. He's falling to round 7. There's some occasions where Trey Lance goes ahead of Burrow now, which is not bad. It's not bad. It's just weird that Lance is climbing that high because Debo was already going to stay. Like, people are so weird. You know, there's no way Debo wasn't played. He's on the practice field. Like, you don't show up and then all of a sudden, after you've shown up, not play or something. So it was like clear as day Debo was going to play. So I don't know what's up with everybody, but Debo Samuel clearly bumped his ADP up massively. So
do you think in my league it's 6 points for a passing touchdown? Do you think that boosts Burrow like past Herbert or Allen at all?
No, because they're all just going to be touchdown monsters. But I would say it makes Herbert a little more valuable because I believe Herbert, like when you think about it, what is Herbert going to benefit from that the other guys aren't? That defense, field position. Maybe Herbert doesn't throw for as many yards, possibly, because his team is always on the other side of the 50. So. Right. But what does that mean? That means he's got a lot more scoring opportunities. So Herbert's probably going to have those games where it's like multiple 3 and 4 TD games. So in touchdown leagues, I like Herbert a little bit more. They have like 6 points per TD. I love Josh Allen. I'm just saying Herbert. I just feel like it's gonna be.
Gonna have a lot of shorter fields.
Yeah. But like I don't know if you know. Burrow is one of the Moon Men, so I mean you're doing good there.
The Moon Men dropping loads in outer space.
Not that Josh Allen or Herbert couldn't be on this list. In fact, probably should just put Herbert on it, but this is more like a breakout list. He was number 2 last year, Herbert. So it's hard to say he's a breakout of some sort.
Yeah.
But people are still weird about it. They're like, Herbert in round 5, that's early. Okay, he's number 2. What do you want from me?
Dude, that's a steal if you can get him at round 5.
Yeah. All right, Ernesto. Keep an eye out for my local Arizona stuff that I'm going to be doing, so you can come out and hang out.
All right, for sure, man. You got an Instagram on your page here?
Of course I do. Let me show you all the social handles here. Hold on. So on the screen here, I don't know if you can see it right now, but we can always replay it and watch it. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Like how hard it could be, but these are all my social handles. The only one that isn't the Fantasy Football Show is my Twitter, which I don't even have up here. But it's YouTube, the Fantasy Football Show, youtube.com/the Fantasy Football Show. It's Instagram, the Fantasy Football Show. TikTok is the Fantasy Football Show. Pretty easy. But yeah, you're not following me on IG. You follow me on YouTube, but you don't follow me on IG.
No, but I just found you a couple weeks ago, man.
Okay, because like the IG stuff, so it hits different. It's a little different. It's more like I'd say it's like more like behind the scenes ish. And
okay,
like how do I word it? It's more like I don't know. This is the show, and that's like almost like the following me around. But like it feels like you're gonna see like all kinds of stuff that I'm up to on my stories. So like I post whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm eating, and sometimes people don't like that, sometimes people do, but you'll like it. If you like the show, bro, you're gonna love the Instagram stuff too, and it's different. And I do a Niner show, which some people don't like because there's a lot of Niner content, but we have tons of viewers in those shows. During the year we'll have like 300 or 400 or 500 people in the Instagram lives that we do. So it's so busy. Dude. Yeah, we had over 5,000 people in our live during the NFL draft. It's crazy.
Dude, that's a lot.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yep. See you on IG later.
Yeah, for sure. Bye.
Ernesto, nice guy. Media's on the clock. Man, for a guy that's literally writing off Gibson, like I've said, don't draft Gibson. I've drafted him a ton tonight. But why not at 5, round 5, I mean, Ron Navy in the house. What's up, my man?
Hey, Smitty. Yeah, that was our first Underdog draft together, bro.
I kind of felt like it was, but I'm like, how could that be? But
yeah, well, I didn't get into any of the other ones because I couldn't get in there right. So, but tonight I got in, and yeah. So that's my TD Strikers is what I go by in there, and I also have the same handle when I draft on the FFPC leagues is TD Strikers.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to do one 10-second Superflex League draft, guys. Superflex, 2 QB. You want a link to this, Ron?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to drop this in the graveyard and the mock draft chats, and then I'll drop it in the live chat. Last one, 10-second Superflex, really short draft. I'm doing 5 rounds because I'm getting out of here. I'm tired. There you go, and then I'll drop the link in the chat in a second. Let's go from the 4. What else have you been doing tonight?
Yeah, I had. Well, no, that draft was kind of a little bit weird. I kept on having to change up my strategy there, going all the way through it. Like I was hoping Lance was going to follow me, and of course he didn't right before, because I was going to do the Lance Ayuk combo, because Ayuk's like right there, and being in there, it's not a reach for me. So I could have got that combo. That went away, so I had to switch. Picked up Brady. I was just switching all over. That's the first time I've taken Jones and Waddell in any of my drafts. It was just like crazy.
Yeah.
And the only reason I picked up Robbie, I know you didn't like Robbie, but he's like a comeback player with the Tampa Bay Week 17 game. So that's kind of why I took him. And he's later on in the draft. I have enough good receivers at the top of the draft that it's not really a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, your team, dude, your team looks so much like a team. I mean, I'm usually got those running backs, and I usually got DK, and I usually, and then I was like, I knew you wanted Hall, and it was really like, I was looking at ETN or Hall, and I was like, no, I can't take them both. So I left you Hall, and then you're like, I don't know if I'm like, I'm going to slap him if you don't take Hall, because I knew he wanted him, and if you don't take him, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah. No, I didn't want to go running back, but I thought I had to do it because there's the best player there. Rock out, always appreciate you, man. You don't have to thank me for my time. And if you want to call back in again after Ron, you can definitely do that. No problem.
Yeah, he was definitely the best. Hey, don't you think people need to watch out for this? This is a different question. This is totally off the subject. I mean, as far as the best ball stuff, but Dallas Goedert, don't you think he could be like not that great for fantasy this year simply because
Dallas who?
I mean, if you look at what is it, Goddard?
Goddard. You said Galbert. I was like,
no, I said Goddard.
Oh, I thought you said Galbert. Dallas Galbert. I'm like, I have no idea who that is.
No, I didn't.
Is this a new player? Is he? Is he a running back? No, I like Goddard. Why don't you like Goddard? You think?
Yeah, but I don't like him simply because I don't think there's going to be enough production there for him. They're a run-heavy team first. Jalen Hurts is going to run his ass off, and with the addition to Adams, where's the production going to come from? For Goddard really to keep the production that he had, Hurts is going to have to throw up to 600 passes during the year, and I don't see that happening for them. I mean, he barely threw 300 or 400 last year.
Well, I think Hurts is going to have 4,000 yards easy. I know a lot of people think he's limited or something.
Yeah,
4,000.
I don't think he's limited. I just don't think the offense is going to let him get to 600 passes this year.
I mean,
I don't think it's.
I think it changes though.
I think Goddard's the one. Well, we'll see, but I think Goddard's going to be the one that suffers because Adams is there, and you got the other receivers there So I just don't think there's going to be enough for Goddard really to make him worth a fantasy pick. I'm just staying away from him. That's just my opinion.
No, I think there's plenty of balls to go around. I think what the problem is everybody draws conclusions about Jalen Hurts coming off of 1 year and then 2.5 games the year prior. Like he literally played one season in a bad situation. Like I know someone might say, well, Smitty, you say Lance is going to be who he is right away. But this was a situation where it's like, imagine going to work, anybody that's watching right here, going to work and having your boss like literally say in front of you, like, hey, if he doesn't perform today, we're replacing him tomorrow. Like, just the confidence, hit. This guy literally faced that day in and day out, like week in and week out, draft in and draft out. So it's like I don't know. I feel like.
Well, that's exactly why they have the same coach, right?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, from last, but Sirianni, I feel like Sirianni, while he did roll with him, he did doubt him. He's like, there's a lot of rumors about trading up in the draft and all that. But now that A.J. Brown's there, I don't think there's going to be that possibility. A.J. Brown won't. I don't want to say A.J. Brown's got that much pull where he could say, you're starting my guy. But, like, they traded for A.J. Brown. These guys are like this. There's no. You try and mess with that, A.J. Brown's going to get unhappy really quick. And so I think that pretty much locks him in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I think if he holds him back, see, that's the thing. The coach is the problem, and the coach, if he doesn't the coach will be gone, and they'll get somebody else in there if they need to. That's just like Washington, like with Gibby. I don't trust the coach. I don't trust that. He's always been a running back by committee guy, and I think everybody's seeing that Gibby's going to suffer from that, and I stay away from Gibby. I mean, I have no confidence in them. So I don't have any Gibby, or I might have a little bit, but not much, very little. And I don't have any Hurts this year either. But I mean, that's just, I like Lance. I love Lance's thing, but I'm not.
Hurts is going to ball,
really
man.
Too much into Hurts.
Hurts might be the first quarterback to rush for 1,000 yards and break that that rushing and receiving like record at the same. You know what I mean? Like the first quarterback to ever drop 5,000 yards. Like it could be. I don't know that it'll be this year, but I think he's really going to take a huge step forward. But like, let's say, I mean, just think about it though. All the people that are judging Hurts and trying to define him and put him in a box, they're doing it after one season when they didn't have A.J. Brown. They didn't, Devontae Smith wasn't what he needed to be his first year. To actually try and say that we know what Jalen Hurts is going to throw for or how limited he could be in terms of yardage, I think it's almost like a silly argument or even thing to like try exercise to go through because we don't know. Like Hurts could be a 4,400 yard passer. Like keep in mind that his first two games he threw for over 340 yards back to back. This is a 300 yard passer. A lot of people don't want to accept it. They think he's a dink and dunk passer. He's not. His first two NFL games he threw for over 340 yards each. And I think people just don't understand. Not saying you, Ron, but people don't understand that hate him. Not you don't hate him. You just aren't excited. He's got different weapons. It's different. It's going to be completely different. And I think, like I said, A.J. Brown's like the cement that puts Hurts in a place that you can't really mess with anymore. There's no way A.J. Brown is going to allow them to replace him.
Hopefully the coach will come around because coaches with players, if it's not a good fit, I mean, you can have toxicity there, and they can ruin players. I mean, coaches ruin players all the time, and the players, hopefully they'll get to a team or get a different coach that they can thrive in. But I mean, how many good players have we seen over the years should have been good that were just in bad situations because of the coaches?
Yeah. So, just real quickly on this mock draft, we just talked with Tony today about Superflex and how risky it is to draft Watson. I just wanted to see how it felt to take him in round 5. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about him missing 6 games and the threat of, we talked about with Tony today, the attorney. Watch that if you guys haven't seen it. It's a great first 40 minutes of the show. But it's hard to know, like, if this thing's really going to be 6 games or if there's going to be because, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw what I'd asked Tony. The main reason I had Tony on the show was to ask him what he thought legally about other situations coming up, like another case being filed and what the NFL will do. Because everybody thinks it's all done. the punishment for the personal conduct policy has been decided on. What Tony said, which is very important, is that it's only going to hold true for future claims if those people were brought up and the NFL knew about each one. But even so, if Tony were on again, I'd ask him his follow-up question because I thought about it after. Even if think about this, Ron. Let me know what you think of this. This is what I should ask Tony. Maybe I'll have him on again to ask him. Even if Watson let the NFL know about, let's say, 20 other situations that one of them might come up as a claim, right? He's saying that if Watson and his team said, hey, these are the list of people that this also happened with, just so you know, then they look at it all and they make their determination. Keep in mind, the NFL interviewed every single one of these individuals that came forward with the claim. They interviewed them to get their side of the story before they made a determination. So even if they told the NFL about person X over here, right, that hasn't come forward to file a claim, and if they come forward and file a claim, don't they owe an interview to that individual like they did all the other individuals? Because just because he said this happened, the NFL was not going to just buy that. They're going to do what they did before, do their own investigation, and probably talk to that individual. I honestly think that even if a claim pops up that is in the purview of what has been discussed by Watson and his team, it's still going to be looked at by the NFL. I don't think this is over. That's my prediction. I don't think I could say it with certainty of any kind, but like I just feel like it's not over.
I think I heard him saying, though, it's like kind of the opposite of that. If somebody comes forward that's not on the list he provided, that gives the NFL the ability to add on to the suspension or add on to the penalty. That's
what I'm saying, though. I think I might have
penalty.
I might have said it wrong. Let me say it one more time. What I'm saying is, Tony and I agree. If, let's say, Watson didn't disclose person X over here, and person X comes forward with the claim, what you just said, Tony and I agree on. The NFL would then have the ability to go, you didn't tell us about this person. We're going to look into this.
Yes,
we may add on to it. Okay, so that's already determined. Tony agrees with me. That's what I said before Tony came on, and that's what you just confirmed right there. So we're all seeing the same thing there. What I'm saying is, even if Watson and his team said, person Y over there, this also happened with, and the NFL said, okay, and they made their determination, right? There's no claim yet, but they made their determination. They knew about her. And then she comes forward with the claim. If they interviewed every single person with the claim, don't they owe it now to that individual to interview her before they decide that he doesn't deserve further punishment for an additional claim? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they might interview her, but I don't know if that will have any effect since he did already name her on the list.
But he could. But his side of the story is going to be a lot different than her side of the story. So what I'm saying is, I don't think it just.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it could be a whole different situation. What if there was a whole different situation that played out a whole different way with different evidence and stuff like that? That obviously, I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't think it's over. And I'm not saying innocence or guilt. I'm just saying that with we're being told 60 to 100 potential situations out there. 60 to 100 potential situations with people that probably wanted to file but didn't because they didn't want to be in the spotlight, that now watched him just get 6 games and lose only $350,000 out of $230 million. So you know, I think you can probably imagine, right, that anybody that was on the fence about coming forward is going to see him get just a little slap on the wrist in their eyes. And I'm not saying that he's guilty, but I don't know, man. I think that's a recipe for another 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of these to pop up. And there were 2 claims that were supposed to come through. No one's talking about them. There were two claims that were supposed to come through. No one is talking about them. Nobody. And where did they go?
Right.
Where did they go? They didn't get filed. They were coming in. 2 more claims are coming. We heard news. I did a live stream on it. 2 new claims are coming. 2 new claims are coming. They didn't come. Nobody said a word about them. Nobody. You can't find any news on it. The NFL's not talking about it. News wires aren't talking about it. Where are they? Why did they get filed? Are they in the back pocket of this prosecutor and he's waiting for the waters to get calm and he's going to pull him out and say, you thought this was over? Restart. You know what I mean? Like this attorney, and I don't know if you've noticed throughout the whole process, whenever things have gotten better, it gets worse again. They get better, it gets worse again. The criminal gets kind of like thrown out and everyone's like, oh, he is innocent, see? And then more claims come in and it got worse. And it's like this attorney, I think, is playing it a certain way and he's leaving certain bits of ammunition so that he can fire it off when he needs to instead of, shooting it all out at once. That's that pun's horrible for this situation.
He could be, but here's the thought. What happens if somebody comes out brand new and accuses them and wants to file criminal charges? Because everybody's entitled to have their own separate case, and now you got a criminal charge against him out of nowhere.
Yeah, the criminal would come from the DA at this point, I think. So what happens is what a lot of people aren't talking about, and Tony's given us a lot of insight, and I feel like even though I'm not an attorney by any means, this is all my opinion, but what people don't understand, I think most of the time, is that if a new claim comes forward, it is totally unrelated to what's going on. There's different evidence. It's not the same case. It's not a class action by any means. Everything is different. Like, they could come forward with a different attorney. It doesn't have to be this attorney. They could come forward, representing themselves, whatever. But what I think people don't realize is the DA is sitting there watching, right? And the evidence is in the civil court because there is no criminal complaint. Nobody went to the police. But the DA has a responsibility when a new civil claim arises and they're aware of it and they believe that a crime has been committed, the DA pokes around. And if the DA deems that there's evidence to go forward, they will pursue it criminally. And I think what people get mixed up is they think because the other ones didn't go through, they've already, like, people will say this, they'll actually say this. Well, what if there's a new claim? And Bob will come out and say, no, they've already looked at it. There's no evidence. It's a different case. It has nothing to do with the other cases that the DA said, no, there's no evidence. It's a completely different case, completely different event, completely different person, completely different situation. It's not like Watson probably played all these situations out to a T without any variation whatsoever. So it would be looked at by the DA. A new case would be examined from afar. I don't know how they would do it, but they would definitely determine whether they would go forward and try and pursue and indict him. So it's not over until March because the statute of limitations is in March of 2023. It's not over. I'm not saying something else will get added on, but it's not over.
Well, here's another thing too, and you having your degree in psychology and all that, it seems to me that he has a real problem. Mm-hmm. He has a fixation problem doing this over and over and over again. And so it's going to show up again unless they maybe get the guy some help. Maybe say, go see a therapist or go see, let's get you right or find out what the root problem is.
Yeah, we haven't heard about that, have we?
No, we haven't heard anything about that. And, with all this, the whole culture, like, getting people that have mentally ill problems help nowadays, why aren't they out looking to get this guy help?
I don't know. I have no idea.
When he came out of college, I was like intrigued with his story of how he grew up and all this other stuff. And then to find out all this stuff, I'm like, that's not the same guy
Yeah.
How can this be the same guy?
And for anybody that's saying right now we're casting judgment or saying he's guilty versus innocent, we're not, because a lot of the stuff that we're speaking are, we're I want to say, got the words I can't use. I was going to say we're beating around the bush on this. It's so hard to use puns right now. You can't use any pun. Any pun applies in a weird way. But we're trying not to draw any negative conclusion, but at the same time, he's also admitted consensually to a lot of the parts in the claims. So if anybody says, how dare you say he's got a problem and you're judging him when it's not true? No. He's admitted to the problem part. He's just said my problem. He hasn't said I have a problem, but he's admitted to the things we deem as a weird taste of massage therapy style. and he's just said it's all been consensual. So I just want to clear that up before people come for our necks right now and say, how dare you, this is all made up. It's not. He's admitted to it. He just said it's all consensual. But what I was going to say off of what you just said was that he does have a problem. And if you want to use psychology, and I will use psychology, and Jimmy just said the word that I was about to say, is that it's not, I don't want to use the word predator as much as I want to use the word serial targeting of a certain individual. He'll literally profile, and even if he's doing it subconsciously, he's profiling and serial identifying and picking out individuals that do not have experience meeting famous people, that would be wowed by them, that would be uncomfortable to say, wait a minute, stop. And there's a problem with that. Every single one of these individuals doesn't have experience with a pro athlete. They're wowed by him. They're uncomfortable saying, wait a minute, slow down, and they like the money because they're small time. And so people will say, well, then why didn't one of them go to the police? Because he's very good at identifying a certain person that is less likely to stand up for themselves because they're being paid a lot of money to pretty much shut up. And yeah, maybe all of them did shut up, and maybe there's responsibility in that or whatever. We're just speculating here, but to sit here and say that he's this great guy when you have clear evidence that he'd target people into very uncomfortable situations at the very least, and then try and defend them is weird to me.
Well, here's the thing, Smitty, is he's a sexual predator, and there's different types, and people that have been the victims of these predators can identify them a lot easier than somebody that hasn't. And I'm going to keep this very real with everybody on here, okay? I was sexually abused by a family member when I was young, okay? So the mindset you get when you are the victim is you're afraid to tell anybody. You're afraid nobody's going to believe you. And that's why I'm so adamant earlier in the chat, of what I said, because I was the victim. And it took a very, very long time before I could even talk to it about it. I ended up going to my older sister who actually, she believed me and she was there for me, thank God. And I was able to deal with it. And now I can talk about it openly. But if you've never experienced being the victim, then, and you're saying, well, that could never happen or whatever, the victims are afraid that they're not going to be believed, all right, a lot of the times. And so, and yes, there are people out there that will try to take advantage for the money and all that other stuff, and they put out false stories and all that. Mm-hmm. But, you have to really try to believe the victim and understand the victim of this and not discount them, because then they go into their little hole, and then they don't want to talk about it, and they can't deal with it, and they go through their life just, all tied up inside and all messed up inside. And it's not until you get it out and are able to talk about it that it's good. So that's why I'm so adamant about that type of behavior with people. And I don't think he should be playing football, not until he gets some professional help.
Yeah, well, sorry to hear about that. And Ron, I mean, you hit it. You definitely.
No, I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, and you definitely, I think, it makes a lot of sense to be cautious to say someone's guilty or innocent or whatever. But at the same time, we already know that his behavior's been confirmed, and it comes down to defining whether he crossed lines or not. That's what the court's deciding, right? But he needs help. Ron is correct. He needs help, and the fact that the NFL isn't doing anything about it is crazy. I think you're right. Like it's he has targeted these individuals, and exactly what you said, bravely said, is that when you're in that position, and he's gotten so good at identifying the person that doesn't want to say anything, and then on top of that, you incentivize them to not say anything, right? And even in the cases where somebody may have seen him again, it's still such a tough position to put somebody in. And it doesn't mean that it was right. It doesn't mean that what he did was right. So it doesn't matter. Even if an individual went back and for the money, they were hurting so bad, they went back for the money. He's manipulating these individuals that need money and that are wowed by a professional athlete. And that's why in the recommendation by Sue Robinson, I don't know if anybody's seen this part of it, but Sue Robinson said 6-game suspension, and he must go through the team to get massages moving forward. He cannot go outside of the of the team, or he's violating an agreement with the team moving forward. So if he was to get a massage outside of the team's direction, he would be probably suspended.
Well, here's the other thing too: is if he doesn't get help, he's more than likely going to repeat the same type of behavior. He might be more cautious, or might be a little more cautious about it. But he's going to repeat again without getting help, and it's almost like an addictive problem, right?
Yeah.
You got your people that are addicted to alcohol, people that are addicted to this, people that are addicted to gambling. He's addicted to this type of behavior, and if he doesn't get help, he's going to repeat it, and we're going to see it later on down the road somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So, usually it does. So,
yeah,
the guy should get. And, I feel bad for all these women that were put in the positions that they were put in. And, that's just my feelings on it. That's all.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you sharing that. And
I didn't mean to make this such a deep thing on the show or late at night or all that, but I just wanted to keep it real because, like I said, if you've never been a victim, you really don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think people need to realize that.
People need to realize it. And the only way they realize it is hearing about it and hearing from victims and what they've experienced. And so, anyways, let's move on.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you got?
No, brother. I had a lot of fun drafting with you in Underdog. Hopefully we can do it again. I'd like to draft with you again sometime.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
A lot of fun.
Appreciate you. This super flex draft, real quickly, I was going to go over it. I got Burrow, Naji, Tyreek Hill, Mark Andrews, and then I just took Watson, even though I normally don't, and I even talked about today how it's probably risky. I just want to see how it felt. That's what mock drafts are for. I think all the teams that look like fire took a quarterback early and got a good quarterback, and then took the approach that I've been pumping out there constantly about how to revert back to normal drafting for 3 rounds or so, and then come back and look at the quarterback position. And if you look at it, everybody kind of did it. And I think the teams that did it, like looking at Matt Ryan, looking at there's your boy Kirk Cousins. Rockout took Kirk Cousins in the 5th round. I think even Trevor Lawrence at 5.1, it afforded that team at the 1, Todd's team, to be just stacked. And I don't think that the quarterbacks that people take in like the 3rd round, like Aaron Rodgers or even Tom, I love Tom Brady, but to be able to get this team, like when I look at Terry, no offense on your team, you're trying it out. When I look at Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, and then Chubb, Etienne, Williams, I look over at this team at the 1 spot, I feel like the 1 spot has a little bit of an edge because I like Swift, Debo, McLaurin, and I think Trevor Lawrence is actually going to hang closer to Tom Brady than Chubb. I do love Etienne, but Chubb and I like Mike Williams too, but I still feel like that other side is a little bit better. Or if Kelsey or Javonte had fallen to the 1 pick at the 2.12 and the 2.1. But to each their own. All the teams look pretty good and well balanced, but Superflex is a fun one. All right, Ron, I appreciate you, man.
Yep. Kind of weird until you get used to it.
Yeah.
Once you get used to it, it's fun.
Yep, sure is. All right, Ron, appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna let you. All right, bye.
Later. All right, I'm going to close the phone line down. We are out of here. We've been live for 2 hours. Appreciate Ron sharing that with us and just chopping it up. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you. Thank you all for the comments and being here. I'm tired. I've gone live 3 times today. Probably won't be live tomorrow evening for the mock drafts, but I'll be live for the 7 p.m. show. I'll probably be live for an emergency live stream. Punch the thumb up button on your way out the door. I will see you all later. Go to thefantasyfootballshow.com for your one-on-one text device. Get your Underdog fantasy on with the link in the bio. Use promo code Smitty, matching up to $100 of your initial deposit for new accounts on Underdog. Link in the description of the video. Promo code Smitty if you just want to go to Underdog. Appreciate you all. Thank you to my mods. Terry, Media, thank you for being here. James, Ron Navy, Frake, Roger, T-Bone, Conklin, all of you. I'm out of here.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Get well.
People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.